Welcome back, Canonites. It is I, your humble host, Toa Freak, and today we have a very special treat. In the comments for my recent E3 predictions, Mr. Andrew McCarthy made a very interesting suggestion, where the AI mentions he is all their makers once held dear, Alexandria before the fire. The largest library in Egypt kind of sounds like the absolute record to me. As a lore buff, I feel ashamed that I never made this connection. For those who don't know, Mr. McCarthy is referring to a conversation from Halo 3's terminals. In the third terminal, the player finds a transcript of dialogue between 343 Guilty Spark and an unknown Ancilla. As Spark tries to access information on the Ark, a strange file called Insects Under Stones, he is blocked by an unknown Ancilla. This Ancilla, whose mannerisms seem comparable to the superintendent from Halo 3 ODST, is blocking Spark's intrusions, claiming Spark has no authority on the Ark. Vexed, Spark demands to know who or what he is talking to which the unknown Ancilla replies, "All our makers once held dear, Alexandria before the fire." So, what does this mean? Well, historically, the library at Alexandria held an untold number of documents and scrolls and transcripts of books and chronicles from all over the known world. It was the greatest library of its time in human history. So, what could this unknown construct on the Ark be referring to? As it is known, Forerunner Tech has a nifty trick where it can automatically translate messages, even using references and terms from the reader's knowledge base. This is why, 1. We can read and watch the various Forerunner terminals.
I am experiencing such a mixture of anticipation and dread.
2. The Didact in 343 Guilty Spark can instantly speak English.
Even these beasts recognize what you were oblivious to, human.
Greetings. I am the monitor of Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark.
3. The librarian making a garden on Earth is referred to as Eden, and so on and so forth. Getting back to the point, there is a reason why this AI refers to itself as Alexandria. In response to hearing this, Spark immediately apologizes as the unknown AI goes on about the Ark's housing the librarian's final something. We're interrupted by Spark, who makes a reference to an archive and the Maker's Plan. So, back during the days of Halo 3, this all seemed to refer to the conservation effort, the ultimate plan by the librarian to save biological life from the horror of the Halo array. However, given the revelations in Halo 4 and the short story Petra, it could mean a lot more. Could this unknown Ancilla have been referring to the mysterious Absolute Record? Petra implies that there is more to the Ark than previously thought, and we know, based on the 11th Hour reports, link in the description, that the Ark is, to some degree, intact. Ultimately, this is just a short video with more non-substantial proof to the idea that the Ark will be the major location in an upcoming Halo title. 343 has certainly spent some time, and I mean that in more ways than one, pushing the idea that the Ark is still around and could be important. Petra, the 11th Hour reports, hell, I would even argue Silentium. What's the point of the original Halo array and Ark? It would have been much simpler just to use the original 7 rings and the lesser Ark, aka Installation 00. I can only guess that there's something special there, besides Mendicant Bias, waiting to be found. The ISO Didact, before saying goodbye to Riser, noted that humanity would one day journey to the Ark. Mendicant Bias, in Contact Harvest, tries to rip itself and the Forerunner keyship free of high charity so that it might bring humanity to the Ark. Even when Halsey meets the imprint of the librarian on Requiem, the way the Absolute Record is mentioned seems to imply that Halsey should know what it is and or where it is.
Take this key to the Absolute Record.
Seriously, she just says, bring this to the Absolute Record, as if you're going to know exactly what that is. Installation 00 is much more than just an activation site for the Halo array, and more than the ultimate resting place of the librarian's conservation effort. We only got the barest view of the Ark during Halo 3, with so much more to potentially be explored. What lies beneath the charred surface? What ancient machinery is waiting to be awakened? Only time will tell. For now, we can only speculate on what may await in the most absolute record of the Forerunner Ecumen. This has been Halo Canon, and I'll see you next time.